Hey, coffee connoisseurs. Today I'm going to be reviewing Pepper's Mint Mocha by Kittytown Coffee. I'm really excited to get into this bag, so let's get going. This smells great. Initially, I'm definitely getting a minty scent followed by a mild but pleasant coffee scent. The mint is definitely the predominant scent that I'm getting in the bag, but as somebody that loves mint, especially mint chocolate, you're not going to catch me complaining about that. The coffee scent that I'm getting from this is very pleasant, and it definitely does remind me of a mocha coffee. I'm really excited to try this. I'm really excited to talk to you all about Kitty Town, so let's go get this brewing. While I wait for this coffee to brew, I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about Kitty Town Coffee. First of all, it's one of my preferred companies for a couple of reasons. Obviously, the first reason is that it's always really good quality, and I always can appreciate and respect good quality. The second reason, of equal importance to me, is that they have a slogan: drink coffee, feed cats. Drink coffee, feed cats, that's what we're all about here in Kitty Town. We make delicious fresh roast specialty coffee and name it after real cats that we know and love. Every bag sold feeds a homeless kitty for a week. That means you can start your morning off by doing something good for the world while enjoying a delicious cup of fresh coffee. And that is something that I'm always going to be able to get behind. A couple of other things worth mentioning is that the company is women owned, it is minority owned, and that they don't use any kind of artificial. This is actually something that I just recently learned from their website. When they do flavored coffees, it is going to be more subtle in flavor, and that is by design for two reasons. One, they don't want to take away from the natural coffee flavor, respect and kudos. And two, because a lot of flavored coffee have kind of oily beans, and it's because they're using artificial oils that have flavoring in it. Kittytown Coffee actually uses all natural flavoring from a concentrated alcohol based extract. Now, this alcohol based extract will actually evaporate, so by the time the coffee gets to the consumer, like me, it's going to leave the beans feeling like coffee beans without that really oily substance on it. And as somebody that is a little bit conscious about their health and is trying to be even more so conscious about their health moving forward, I'm all about all natural. And so, big kudos to Kittytown Coffee for keeping it natural. Now, that being said, like I had stated before, they do this so that they don't really take away from the coffee flavor. And I applaud that as well. But if you're the type of person that likes flavored coffee to be a very potent flavor, you might find this a little bit light. That being said, it's still a wonderful company and it's still a wonderful coffee, and it is no stranger to my channel. I love this coffee, I love this company, I love supporting cats. That's why I keep bringing it back. That's why I'm going to keep bringing it back. I'm always happy to support Kittytown Coffee. Always. And now that I've gotten everything that I personally wanted to say out there, let's go get a cup of coffee. So I'm back and I've got a cup of coffee in front of me, but before we get to trying it, I just want to say that when I went out to actually pour myself this coffee, I could really smell the mint in the air, and it was delightful. I love it. I love mint, and I just really wanted to make a note that as this was brewing, it really brought that scent out. Cheers, coffee connoisseurs. So, smelling the coffee in the mug, I'm getting more of a coffee scent than a mint scent, which is awesome. Okay. I applaud this. Absolutely applaud this. Upon the initial sip, I'm definitely getting a mild and yet pleasant coffee taste, like a lighter to a medium roast. Afterwards, I'm definitely getting some mint. The mint really hits when I swallow and it comes back to my palate on my breath. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I am enjoying this just as it is. I'm really curious to see what the sugar is going to do. Obviously, I know it's going to sweeten it, but I'm curious to see what it's going to do to the mint. If it's going to make it pop more or if it's actually going to make it more subtle. So, what do you say that we go put some sweetener in this and find out? All right, so I topped off my coffee. I've got a little bit of sweetener in it. Let's see how it changes the dynamic of this coffee. I'm really excited and I'm full of anticipation. Cheers, everyone. It definitely brought the mint out. Upon initial sip, I was getting a mint, not an overpowering mint, right? It didn't feel like drinking toothpaste, which is a good thing, but it was a very pleasant mint flavor mixed with a very pleasant natural coffee flavor. This is incredible, and I highly applaud this. What I like most about this coffee in the state that it's in now, with just a little bit of sweetener, is from start to finish, the dynamic stays the same. The taste that I'm getting on my palate, on my breath after I swallow this coffee, is a milder version of the same taste that I'm getting when I sip this coffee. It stays true to its form in this form from start to finish, and that is wonderful, truly enjoyable. If you're a fan of mint, if you're a fan of mint coffee, highly recommend this. The other thing that I would like to point out and state is that the little bit of sweetener, the little bit of sugar really pops that mocha in a subtle way. When I was enjoying this coffee without any kind of sweetener in it, I was getting a very good natural coffee flavor. The sweetness definitely changed that dynamic, and it's really bringing out that mocha flavor, and I absolutely applaud that. But what do you say we go throw a little bit of milk in this just to see what happens? I'm a little bit curious how it's going to change the dynamic of the coffee. So I'm back. I've got a little bit of milk in this coffee. Really excited to see what it does. That's cool. That's really cool. The little bit of milk actually brought out a little bit more of the sweetness than just a sweetener. It's kind of helping to pop that mocha flavor, but it's actually taking a little bit of the mint away. The mint flavoring is going back to hitting my palate on my breath after I swallow this coffee. This is awesome, and I really love how a little bit of sweetener or a little bit of milk can really change the body and dynamic of this coffee. All in all, I've really enjoyed this coffee. I have to give a big round of applause, kudos, and congratulations to Kittytown Coffee for an awesome, awesome bag of coffee. But guys, I think that's about all the time that I've got today for coffee review videos. I've got a busy day ahead of me. It's been a busy last few days. Thank you all for tuning in, spending a little bit of time with me. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate you. Have you ever had Kittytown Coffee? Would you like to try it? If so, I will have a link to their website in the description of this video. If you've ever had it, let me know what's your favorite coffee by Kittytown Coffee. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you're subscribed with notifications on. I'm dropping a new coffee video every Sunday at 6 a.m. Eastern, so it's ready and waiting for you to enjoy with your morning coffee. Drop a like, leave a comment, and thank you again for tuning in and spending a little bit of your time with me. I really appreciate it, and have a beautiful day, coffee connoisseurs. That being said, it's still a wonderful and I applaud that and I know I'm like fighting with my camera today trying to I need to upgrade my camera because it won't stay level. Grr. Just as an FYI, I really tried hard to get Zelda to hang out in the bed or the cat tree behind me for this video, but she had important cat things to do today and she ate the treats and jumped off the bed and ran out of the room. And so I don't have a Zelda with me. Got something in my eye and I'm trying to like look at the camera and be like, don't twitch, don't twitch. A perfectly imperfect video done by a perfectly imperfect person. Cheers. I'll drink some coffee to that. Hey, why don't cats play poker in the jungle? There's too many cheetahs. What do you call a cat that likes to bowl? An alley cat. You know how cats always want to come and sit on your keyboard on the computer, especially when you're in the middle of doing things? Turns out they're just keeping an eye on the mouse. I'll see myself out. Goodbye.